Right, Lydia. Windhelm's this way. White Run, or Iverstead even, that way. I'm going to go and give all that blood to Septimus. I don't want you to have to face Emmaus Moore. He's bound to turn up again. Then I want to go up to the mountain and speak to the Greybeards.
I'll head back home if you need me.
Yeah. Right, Septimus. Time to find out what you want all this blood for. Septimus, I'm coming down, it's only me.
Dig, dweller in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown, then rise to your depths.
Right, making as much sense as usual. Septimus, I've got the blood you wanted.
When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex.
Okay, great. I've got all that blood you wanted.
I can almost hear them. I feel their life energy. Come, I will make the mixture.
Okay, hearing voices generally isn't very good, Septimus. What the hell did you do? God, that looks like one of Black and Tentacly's tunnel things. Oh!
What is this?
It's bigger on the inside.
I can see.
I
The
thought
world beyond burns in my mind. It's marvelous.
it's better than the body parts. Septimus? Septimus? Oh, so what's so special about this then? Okie dokes. A book. Weird book. Well, this is all I don't like. This is all of a slant. Oh no. You had to turn up, didn't you?
Come, my champion.
Not your champion. I've had this conversation before. Not your champion.
Who do you think brought Septimus here? Who do you think protected you on your journey to open the box and loose my knowledge on this world?
Well, it's down to you. Never
Your
asked.
free will is an illusion. Whether you acknowledge me or not is your own business. But I will be in your mind.
Great. Right, let's drop some of these books off at the college and then go and see the Greybeards. How do I not know this place?
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
Yeah, but not so much reality in some cases. Summoning the undead. That's a bit frowned on, isn't it?
I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here. Necromancy, as any other type of magic, is a tool to be used. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it.
Yeah, if you did have students who are out on the ice practicing, you haven't anymore. Right, Urag, do you have any interest in ancient Falmer tomes? Because I happen to come across a couple.
Well, well. I haven't seen one of these beauties in a long time. A rare find in the original Falmer language. You're damn right I'm interested.
Master Angir?
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
I wanted to, I wanted to ask you something. Why are the dragons returning? Has it got something to do with me?
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn of this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
Surely there's more to it than that.
There is indeed much that we know that you do not. That does not mean that you are ready to understand it. Do not let your easy mastery of the voice tempt you into the arrogance of power. That has been the downfall of many Dragonborn before you.
I'd like to learn more about the voice, if I may.
You have learned so much already, Dragonborn. Growing your gift too quickly would be dangerous. But there are many words of power in Skyrim, carved in the dragon tongue. Even from here we can feel the Thu'um resonate from them. Finding these lost words would be a sufficient test to temper your abilities with experience. Ask when you are ready to search.
I'm ready now. I'd like to go and find words of power. Could you tell me where to go, please?
We have felt the whisper of a word. Give me your map and I will show you where its echo can be found.
Drangir, I found the word of power. Can you tell me were there any more?
The free air of Fus at long last. As promised, I now teach you the first word of Solitary. Re, the essence of your enemy's life force.
See, I remembered my promise. And you scared away that dragon.
Second word of Solitary. Vase, meaning to tear your enemy's soul from its living vessel.
Pleasant. Steps over here.
Now let me fulfill mine. Feel the last word of soul tearing within yourself. Zol, the unlife that results when a soul is imprisoned in dead flesh.
Lovely to see him flying about. I'm doing my training really well, and I'd like to go and find another word, please.
We have felt the whisper of a word. Give me your map and I will show you where its echo can be found.
Oh goodness, it's all a bit overgrown. Who did that? Threw to spit. Root to spit. Right. I'm fed up. Just going around learning words. Got to do something more than just that. Delphine reckons Thalmor know. Suppose they might do. I mean, they've got a lot of resources. Give Armgear one more chance. He's got no right to keep this information from me. Armgear, I've been learning these words of power. Surely now you can tell me.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
Yes, surely you can tell me now that why the dragons are returning and if it's got anything to do with me.
You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
I've been doing that. Well, if you're not going to tell me, I'm going to find someone who can.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Yeah, thanks. I've just got to go and have a chat with Delphine, okay? Okay, Delphine, what's your plan?
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
What do you mean get me in? You're supposed to work for me, aren't you? Isn't that the purpose of the Blades? Why aren't you? You're not coming?
That would be a bad idea. I'd be too likely to attract the wrong kind of attention. But they don't know you at all yet.
Suppose so. So you think I'm going to go into the Thalmor embassy myself? You think I'm going to go into the Thalmor embassy? How?
The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. I'll get word for him to meet you in solitude at the Winking Skeever.
Okay, so you reckon that you're going to get me inside the embassy at this party because you can't go because you've let your face be seen too many times. Brilliant. Okay, so once I'm inside, what do you reckon that I'm supposed to be doing then?
That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction.
You do realise that Subtlety's not my middle name? I just hope that you're right and the Thalmor do know something about what's going on.
Traitors, civil wars, dragons. Huh. Those troubles don't cross my doorway. So sit, relax.
I need a drink.
If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place.
Challenge? A drinking contest? In the mood I'm in, mate, you don't stand a chance.
Ha! We'll see about that. This is a special brew. Very strong stuff. Let's get started.
Well, as long as it's not Redwater Schooner.
I'll start round one. Down the hatch.
Wake up. That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer.
Oh, God. Oh, where am I?
Of course. You don't remember getting here. I'm guessing you also don't remember coming in here and blathering incoherently about marriage or a goat. Which means you don't remember losing your temper and throwing trash all over the temple.
No. Sorry, I don't even remember how I got here.
Oh, I'd love to help you figure it out, but I'm so busy cleaning up the mess you made of our temple. Now, if you were to help tidy up and perhaps apologize afterwards, I might be able to help you.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, Giant's Toe, Holy Water, Hagraven, Feather. That might explain why we were in here if the staff's broken. Ugh. Ah. Holy Water.
I suppose that'll do. Debella teaches us forgiveness after all. Even for a drunk like you.
Hey, I'm not normally like that. I've just had a hard few weeks, and I thought just letting my hair down a bit. Yeah, this sounds really stupid. Do you remember anything that I said when I got here?
You were ranting when you got here, but most of it was slurred. You did say something about Rorikstead. Maybe you should take a look there.
Rorikstead. Okay. Oh, God. What did Sam put in that drink? Where the hell am I? This has got to be a marker. Right. I need to get to Rorikstead.
You've got a lot of nerve showing yourself in this town again. What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know what you're talking about, I'm sorry.
Is that so? Does the name Gleda ring a bell? The star beauty of my farm? Kidnapped by a drunk lout and sold to a giant? You better remember her right fast before I call the guards and have you hauled away.
That sounds pretty bad.
You're damn right it does. I'll never breed another prize-winning goat like Gleda. And don't you think of coming back to Rorikstead until you get her back from that giant.
I don't suppose that I happened to mention while I was here anything about where I might have left the stuff?
You mentioned something like that when you were running off with my goat. Tell you what, you bring back my goat, and maybe I'll give a damn about your staff.
Okay, I'm going to admit to you that I'm actually a bit fuzzy about quite what happened. Could you sort of jog my memory and tell me what actually happened with Gleda?
You really don't remember stealing a goat and selling her to a giant?
No.
Are you
sorry.
thick?
No.
Go get her! At least she's bound to follow you back. You smell just like the fermented feed she likes.
Okay. Find a goat and a giant.
My girls deserve something nice. It'll be their father who buys it.
Oh, apple trees. Right. Where am I going to find a giant? No giants. I'm sure the giant wouldn't eat the goat. No, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure at all. Oh, there's a giant. Has he got a goat? Yes. I hope you don't mind that I'm... Oh God. Okay, you do mind. Come on, goat.
Gleda! And not a scratch on her. Happy day! I still can't figure out why you stole her. You left a note explaining it, but half of it was gibberish and the rest had mead spilled on it. Only bit I could make out was repaying Isolde in Whiterun, and even that's mostly scribbles. Guess you could try there. See you.
Isolde... Glad you're back home. Isolde in Whiterun. This is not... This is taking me away from solitude, and I need to be there, not chasing after whatever Sam's... After whatever prank Sam's been up to. Isolde?
So, you're finally back. Look, I've been patient, but you still owe me.
Yeah. I've been getting that a lot.
Oh, what's wrong? Did the engagement fall through? Look, how about we call it even? As long as you bring back the wedding ring. That's really a shame.
Ring.
I was so looking forward to the wedding. You said you'd have all the most interesting guests.
What wedding? Wedding ring. Do you know what I did with it?
You went right out to give it to your fiancé. Don't you even remember where you left her? And after you told me that sweet story of how you met in Witchmist Grove, I can see why she left you.
Okay, so what was the story that I told you about my fiancé?
How could you forget? It was the sweetest story I'd ever heard. You met at the full moon, under the biggest tree in Witchmist Grove, surrounded by fireflies. It was straight out of a storybook.
Right, yes. Not my story. Thank you, Isolde. I'll be back. I'll see you later.
Farewell.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
I use a bow. Oh, good God, what has Sam got me into? Okay. Witchmist Grove. I don't know which is the biggest tree, though. Right, now I'm not feeling any cravings, so it couldn't have been red water skooma that Sam had. Obviously did something to my brain. Oh God, how
Darling, I've been waiting for you to return, to consummate our love.
Okay, I don't know how to break this to you, but even if you were my type, my heart actually belongs to a certain snow elf. So, I'd like to get the ring back, if you please, and I'm awfully sorry about all of this.
What? You want it for that hussy Esmeralda with the dark feathers, don't you? I won't let her have you.
Look, can we talk about this? Oh God, obviously not. It's older.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
Yeah, probably. I'm under a little bit of stress. Here's the ring.
Excellent. Sorry it didn't work out. I know how excited you were for the wedding. You kept saying it would be a huge ceremony at Morvenskar. You said you even had some magic staff that would handle all of the guests.
Okay, Morvenskar. Sorry about all the problems.
Farewell.
Northern Scar. God. Sam, I better be there. And then explain what the hell we've been doing. Oh, God. I don't think neither wedding guests, either that or they know the wedding's been called off. And are a tad unhappy about it.
They drink all day and night. Dwight!
Do you know someone called Sam? Oh, God, no. It looks like they've been partying already. Sam! Oh. Of course I did. Bollocks. What the hell? What is this? Okay, this is weird. Thinking it was a mistake to get close to that bubble because it looks a bit like I'm in it. Oh, I seem to have found a party. Sam.
You're here. I was beginning to think you might not make it.
You've got quite a bit of explaining to do. What did you put in my drink? Where the hell are we?
I thought you might not remember your first trip here. You had a big night. I think you've definitely earned the staff.
And I've got all those things.
Oh, the Hagraven feather and so on. You can throw all those out. You see, I really just needed something to encourage you to go out into the world and spread merriment. And you did just that. I haven't been so entertained in at least 100 years.
Who the hell are you?
I am Sanguine, Daedric Prince of Debauchery. I know. How could I lie to you? Well, how could I trust you until we've shared a few drinks? But it wasn't long before I realized you'd make a more interesting bearer of my not-quite-holy staff than this waste of flesh.
Why did you choose me?
Let's be honest here. I don't always think my decisions through. But you're going places. Maybe a little influence from your old Uncle Sanguine could help adjust your course a bit.
Right, thanks, I guess.
My pleasure. But I think it's time for you to go. No fun keeping you locked up in here with the staff.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire.
Oh God, I'm confused now.
Hmm?
Hello, are you called Melbourne? Because our mutual friend sent me.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you.
Okay. Here's what I'll need.
I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Ah, a fellow latecomer to Ellenman's little soiree.
Yes.
And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute
yes.
you, my good lady.
Thank you.
My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking.
Right, you sound like a friend of mine.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine.
Okay, well done, Malcolm.
You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day.
Wow, you look thirsty.
My friend, you are very perceptive. I have a powerful thirst that cannot be slaked. And none of the waiters will bring me a drink. Ellenwen must have told him to cut me off, frigid bitch. Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose.
Cause a scene?
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
Well, actually, there is something that you could do for me. After all, could be sharing a carriage going back down, couldn't we?
Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend.
Well, I'm only going to ask you to do what you're good at. If you could cause a bit of a scene, just get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine.
I got that impression.
Stand back and behold my handiwork. Attention, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make.
Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
Ellenwen, our overlord.
Who comes, Malborn? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Zavani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Come on. If someone misses me at the party, we're both dead.
In the battle.
Good
Did you
luck.
see those robes?
You're on your own.
This morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers. Mages first. Might give us enough time to kill it.
Filthy!
You fool.
Okay, so much for subtlety.
You're dead!
No, you're dead. to.
No one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Is someone... was that over here?
Oh. Thalmor dossier on Delphine. We anticipate a breakthrough in our efforts to uncover the party or power behind the dragon resurrection phenomenon. The informant has identified a possible lead, and we've brought back to the embassy for full interrogation. Closest to your office stairs. And I have someone I need to talk to. Stairs closest to the office. Esbern. Oh God, they don't know. But they want Esbern. Okay, in Riften.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm not here to torture you.
What? Who? What do you want then?
No time to explain. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
Right, you go ahead. I've got business over there.
No problem. Thanks for springing me. I owe you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice.
Come on!
Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life. I hope it was worth it.
Better than being dead.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
Come on then. Right, and before you say anything, I did tell you that I'm not actually very good with subtle. That it's not my middle name. Bloodbath maybe, but not subtle.
You made it out alive, at least.
Yes.
Your gear's safe in my room, as promised.
Yeah, I've already got it.
Did you learn anything useful?
Right. The Thalmor don't know anything about the dragons. Nothing at all.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that?
Why on earth would you send me if you weren't going to believe me? But as it happens, yes, I'm sure. They don't know anything, but they're looking for someone who they reckon does, and that person is called Esbern.
Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
I think it would help if you actually spoke to people occasionally. I read your file. You don't talk to anyone. No wonder you don't know anything. Right, so what would the Thalmor want with Esbern?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War.
Yeah, right.
He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
So the Thalmor reckon that the Blades know about the dragons. You thought they knew about the dragons. They think you know about the dragons.
Ironic, right? The old enemies assume that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons if anybody does. Do they know where he is?
Well, they seem to think, they reckon, that he's hiding out in Riften.
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Right, paranoid wasn't quite the word I had in mind. Right. Actually, I'm looking for this old guy that's hiding out in Riften.
Ah, expecting free information, eh?
Yep.
Help me deal with business first, then we'll see how I can help you. Besides, you look like your pockets are a little light on coin. Am I right?
Hold on. Just wanted some information.
And I'm busy. You help me out, and I'll help you out. That's just how it is.
Okay, so what did you have in mind?
I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid.
Alright, what do I have to do?
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under a stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
The fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
One, that's sort of subtle, and I don't do subtlety. And two, it's breaking the law.
Oh, sorry. I usually have a nose for this kind of thing. Never mind then, lass. If you change your mind, come find me.
Oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi.
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
Why plant the ring on Branche?
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you. I'm warning you.
I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the...
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow elves?
The one and only.
That must be very comfortable.
Mystical beings who live in legends. Well, I see that my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time. Damn. I knew I shouldn't have waited.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it.
Yeah, no, it was actually wrong to do those things.
Arrogant, eh? Play it however you want, but listen up. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. When you come to your senses, find me there, and we'll discuss your future.
Don't play stupid. I said turn out your pockets. Now.
I'm telling you, I don't... Wait, what's this ring? This isn't mine.
That's right. It isn't yours. You're under arrest, Branche.
This is insane. I didn't steal anything. I never saw this ring before in my entire life.
We can do this one of two ways. You can walk...
skin us alive if they do.
I knew it.
Give it up, Rachel. Those days are over.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
We've all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding yourself.
I'm looking for an old guy who's hiding out somewhere here in Riften.
Huh. I think I do know the old guy you're talking about. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Hardly ever leaves the place. Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut.
That sounds like who I want. Where does he live?
He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Be careful.
That's it.
You're not the only one looking for him.
Oh. Okay, yeah, no, of course I'm not. No, Falmer.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again.
Yeah.
If you were expecting a palace, then maybe you're not cut out for this line of work.
I
Our
don't want to
methods
be in this
involve
line of work.
secrecy and discretion. How about handling a few deadbeats for me?
No, bugger off. I've got my own work to do at the
Stay out
moment.
of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
Talk to me again when you've proven yourself to Brynjolf.
I don't want to prove myself to Brynjolf. Got better things to do, thank you, like dragons.
Huh?
Oh, God. Someone killing Thalmor?
You should not have meddled in the Thalmor's affair. Don't you see? Elven supremacy is the only truth.
They've been beating up beggars.
Go away!
Esbern? Esbern, open the door. I'm a friend.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not desperate. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. Delphine sent me.
Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her, and she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap.
Look, Delphine said to remember the 30th of Frostfall. Does that help?
Ah, indeed. Indeed. I do remember. Delphine really is alive, then?
Yes, it's all. Yes.
You'd better come in, then, and tell me how you found her.
Okay.
What you want.
Yes.
This'll just take a moment. This will always fix it. There we go. Only a couple more.
Never find me.
There we are. Come in. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk.
Okay.
So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's hopeless?
Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned, just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time, who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him.
Alduin. The dragon that's raising the other dragons. Alduin.
Yes, yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand.
You're talking about the literal end of the world.
Oh, yes. It's all been foretold. The end has begun. Aldrin has returned. Only a Dragonborn can stop him. But no Dragonborn has been known for centuries.
Oh.
It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Aldrin the World Eater.
Right, no, Esbern, it's not hopeless. I'm Dragonborn.
What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss.
What was that?
Delphine. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way. Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonborn. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Here it is. Come on. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Nope.
Shh. This is where they built Aldrin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. Its location was lost, but I have found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. Orgnar, this is it. The inn is yours. I'm probably never coming back here.
Well, now, that's something to think about.
Take care of yourself, Orgnar. Goodbye.
Yeah, sure. You too, Delphine. You be safe.
What if you do come back? with you.
Let's keep moving.
There you are.
Had to come to that. Your power can be no doubt that you are the Dragonborn of prophecy.
I did tell you.
Another one for the blades.
Right. Is it in this cave?
Did you hear that? These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You have the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
Okay. How we are here, obviously we are close. How are we going to find the entrance to this temple?
We should be careful. There's no telling what traps and wards the ancient blades may have set. We'd best be careful in here.
When I said how, I didn't really want the answer carefully.
Yes, that's it. The symbol on the middle pillar.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
I just put it all to Dragonborn. Oh, he'll catch up.
Wait!
Why are you stopping?
We should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbern's right.
You just tread on the Dragonborn ones.
Be careful. Yes, I think we must be close to the entrance.
Blades seem to be obsessed.
Here's the blood seal. Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood.
Oh, that'll be me then, probably.
Your blood, right?
Yeah.
Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered Reman Cyrodiil?
It's coming alive.
a wall, I would expect, with writing on it.
Maybe. You can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
We're here for Alderman's wall, right, Esbern?
Sure as balls, here it is. Aldrin's Wall, so well preserved. I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Akaviri sculpture and relief.
That's it.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yes, let's see what we have. Look, here is Aldrin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Aldrin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself.
Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
No. But I may know somebody who might.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
You've obviously worked out that I mean the Greybeards. What have you got against them?
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
They might have a point. From what I've seen, power can be pretty dangerous.
Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain.
Right. I'm a little tad worried about what you're saying. I will go and ask Angil what he knows about this particular shout. Yeah.
Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel.
Right.
Prophecy
Because you're not a...
Tamriel in the first place.
You're not a cult at all.
Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive features.
Yeah. Oh, you can have the honour of going first. I should hope so. Is my blood that bleeding open the bleeding door up? Dragonborn, Dragonborn, Dragonborn. It's mad. Do you think she's truly insane?
Sky, guard you.
Master Angel, I know I went off with a bit of a strop before, but I do have to ask you something. I said that I was going to go and find out because you weren't telling me anything. And I have learned some stuff, and I need to learn the shout that was used, the one that was used to defeat Alduin.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
It was written on something called Alduin's Wall.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
Hey, at least they're not keeping secrets from me.
Do not be so sure about that. Beware. The Blades may claim to serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have. As for me, I kept from you only what you were not yet ready to know. Are still not ready to know, as your question reveals.
So, you're not going to help me?
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Dragonborn? Wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einar reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
So, you can teach me the shout?
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
I thought that you knew all the words of power.
But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you.
If the shout's lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
Paarthurnax? Who's Paarthurnax?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
So, why haven't I met Paarthurnax then? I thought I've met everyone.
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
So, how do I get to the top of the mountain to see him? Because obviously I'm going to need to see him.
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
I'm sorry I dragged you out in the cold.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way. Look. I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies will blow away the mists, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Thank you, Master Angir. I'm trying to stop the end of the world.
Look! 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 Look!
Dremyolok, greetings, Wundunik. I am Paarthurnax.
You're a dragon.
Who are you? What brings you to my Strulmach, my mountain?
You're a dragon. I wasn't expecting you to be a dragon.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I'm sorry. I need to learn the dragon and shout to stop Alduin. Could you teach me?
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the elder speaks first. Hear my thum, feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. I have spoken. The Rotmulag waits. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do.
Thank you, Paarthurnax.
Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova.
Roll!
Ah, yes! Sosedo Vrostmul! The dragon blood runs strong in you.
Thank you.
It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dova Sos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
As I said before, we've got an Alduin problem, and if you would, could you teach me the dragon wrench?
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, You seek your weapon against Alduin.
The Greybeards, they didn't want me to come at all.
Yes, they are very protective of me, Bachlan Fadon. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
Is that it then? Or is there some other way that I can learn it?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
Well, as I said, we've got a bit of an Alduin problem, and Esbern thinks it's the end of the world, so I need to stop Alduin.
Yes, Alduin, Zembach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
The prophecy says that only the Dragonborn can stop him, and that's me.
True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Dez?
Well, I don't think that I actually believe in destiny, but I do want to stop. I will stop Alduin.
And so perhaps your destiny will be fulfilled. Who can say? But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
They used the Dragon Rend shout, right?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragon Rend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Are you saying that the ancient Nords, when they battled Alduin all that long ago, they sent him forward in time to now, so they got rid of a problem just to dump it on us?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface.
What about Penny?
Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
How is that How's knowing that going to help me in this? I'm not seeing the point. I'm sorry. You're going to have to spell it out for me. How does this help me?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll, back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
It just so happens that I've sort of been collecting old scrolls recently, and I've actually got it.
You have it. Yeah. The Kell, the Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos. Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then. Fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the signs.
Bring him down, I promise. I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Lone.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tarot Sparks, my teeth to his neck. But first, Dinkuwa will die in terror, knowing your final fate. To feed my power where I come from, in Sovngarde.
Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We shout you out from all our endings unto the last. Are banished!
Unlucky Nakim, Silesur. My belly is full of the souls of your fellow mortals, Dovahkiin.
Die now, and await your fate in Sovngarde.
Lost Funt, you are too late, Alduin. Dovahkiin, use Dragon Rend if you know it.
Suveki Mulak, Par Thranax. You will not match for me. Never again. Be wise, Reed.
Use Dragon Rend before Alduin
Weapons of my ancient foes, but you are not their equal.
Now, Dovahkiin, now he is
These Dovahkiin have become strong. But I am Alduin. Akatosh, the lucky Sokrat. I cannot be slain here. I or anyone else.
Damn good try.
You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal.
Parthenax?
Lot Kongrach. You truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory.
But I didn't kill him. It wasn't a victory, Parthenax. He escaped.
Ni livrach hin moro. True, this is not the final Krongrach victory, but not even the heroes of old were able to defeat Alduin in open battle. This should shake the loyalty of the Dove who serve him.
I need to find out where he went, Parthenax.
Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Matmahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova.
Really?
A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, hmm?
Dragon's Reach was actually built to hold a dragon.
Yes. This was ages ago, you understand. There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and killed all my Zema. I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name.
Oh, that's sad.
I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkosayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
Thank you, Parthenax.
Lok Thum.
Look, boom.
Did you find the Elder Scroll? What happened when you took it back to the throat of the world?
Well, I defeated Alduin, but he escaped and I need to find him.
He must have returned to Sovngarde to feed on the souls of the dead. If you don't find him soon, he'll return stronger than ever.
Don't worry, I've got a plan. And I know it sounds a bit odd, but the plan is to trap a dragon in Dragon's Reach, because Dragon's Reach is a dragon trap.
The Jarl's Palace in Whiterun?
Yep.
Ah, yes. The old story about King Olaf's pet dragon. Ingenious.
Although it might be difficult to persuade the Jarl to allow you to use his palace as a dragon trap. I'm sure you'll manage, though. If you can defeat the World Eater, surely sweet-talking the Jarl of Whiterun isn't beyond you. I'm afraid there's a further problem, a serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeards' leader really is.
You've discovered what?
He's a dragon.
So?
Not just any dragon, but the right hand of Alduin, responsible for many atrocities during the ancient Dragon War.
So what?
The Blades have been hunting him for centuries, but he was protected by the Greybeards, and then the Emperors. Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a Blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort.
You, as Blades, are supposed to help me. Not the other way around. Until you adjust your attitude, which I think... where has she gone? Miss Power-hungry Miss. So until you lot adjust your attitude, you will get no help from me. I know how much the Blades are obsessed with the Dragonborn. And Miss Crazy has just ruined your whole raison d'etre.
My oath binds me, Dragonborn. Until Paarthurnax is dead, you aren't welcome here.
While you are here, this is... You listen to me, you cow.
Good. I can use it in practice.
It's not down to you to decide what to do. I'll come back when you're dead. What a wonderful model you are to the Blades. Fantastic work losing the Dragonborn. I said these people are obsessed. Obsession is a dangerous thing. And to find him, I had to betray that poor dark elf, and I've got to go and put that right. There are a few things that I need to put right. Otherwise, the world's not worth saving.